Welcome back to PEP. What is healthcare? Interesting question. I know what our concept of healthcare is. It's an annual physical, it's getting your triglycerides and your blood pressure and cholesterol checked. It's having a good insurance policy or maybe a gym membership. And all of those things are great and necessary, but we're going to explore the topic a little bit deeper today in our session, Healthcare versus Sick Care. Enjoy the video and don't forget to take the validation quiz when you're done. There is a profound difference between the two. And what many of us perceive as healthcare today, doctors, hospitals, pharmaceuticals, and health insurance, really when you think about it, it's not healthcare, it's sick care. We don't use it unless we're sick. Now, I do advocate absolutely going to the doctor on an annual basis for a physical and a checkup, whether you're sick or not. I'm a huge fan of that. But healthcare is not drugs, it's not hospitals, that is sick care. That's taking care of an illness. So we're in a reactive system right now that's really not working. I mean, I don't have to sit up here and spout off all our health statistics, but they're not good. I mean, insurance is going through the roof, 119% increase over the last 8-9 years. It's become unaffordable for many people, and pharmaceuticals average. Actually, Volusia County is the second highest pharmaceutical consuming county in the entire country. Average resident, 7 or 8 pharmaceuticals by the time they're 65. So we've definitely got a cycle that we need to break. So we're going to talk a little bit about true healthcare today. Now, the healthcare system, it's not something that we want to voluntarily become a customer of. I mean, when's the last time you actually looked forward to going to the doctor? Anybody? Does anybody get excited about going to the doctor? No. And when you went, was it a pleasant experience, or did you sit in the waiting room for an hour or so and then sit back in the exam room for another 20, 30 minutes waiting? It's not a pleasant experience. So, doctors go to school for years and years and years to study pathogens and disease. But it makes more logical sense to me to study something that we want to create, health, rather than the negative end result of disease. So not to knock doctors, because let me tell you what, there is no place in the world I would rather live if I get in a car wreck, or if I fall down and break my leg while I'm running, or if I get in some sort of accident. We have the best trauma care, the best technology in the world, hands down, bar none. And I totally respect the life-saving procedures that doctors and hospitals have. But where we're missing the boat is in preventative health care. We rank 19th out of the top 19 industrialized nations in the world for preventative health care, yet we spend more money on pharmaceuticals than the top 10 of those industrialized nations spend combined. So something's wrong here. I mean, we're absolutely in a broken system. But here's an interesting concept for you to ponder and think about. We don't get sick because of germs and bacteria. I mean, bacteria are everywhere. Right now, every breath you take in, you're breathing in millions, if not billions of bacteria. They're all around us. We can't control that. We get sick because we create a hospitable environment for those harmful pathogens. So when we breathe in a bacteria, when we're in a state of health, the body knows how to attack it, defeat it, and eliminate it before it becomes a problem. If we have a breeding ground going on inside our body where that bacteria can enter our body and then flourish and thrive and quickly overrun or defeat our immune system, that's when we have disease, symptoms, and problems. So, interesting concept here. Medicate or hesitate. Many doctors, and there are exceptions, but many doctors are very quick to just do a knee-jerk reaction and prescribe you an antibiotic. Anybody know what antibiotic means or stands for?
Like antibacterial?
Bio, life, anti is against, so against life. We're ingesting something that is against life. Anybody heard of a probiotic? You know what a probiotic does? Probiotic is for life. So we have billions of beneficial bacteria that inhabit our gut and digestive system. When we take an antibiotic, it doesn't discriminate. Kills the good guys and the bad guys. It's like dropping a nuclear bomb. So if you have taken an antibiotic, you need to follow it up with a probiotic to put those beneficial bacteria back into your body. Once again, when we're in an optimal state of health,
our bodies can defend itself naturally. We can defeat disease, we can eliminate disease. The body heals the body. Food doesn't heal the body, exercise doesn't heal the body heals the body. Those are just the ingredients and the components and the building blocks that help the body function properly. So when we medicate away symptoms, oftentimes we cover up the root of the problem. And these symptoms that we have are just warning signs for a deeper problem going on. So let's play a little medicate or hesitate game, all right? Start off with a runny nose. Should we medicate or should we wait and hesitate?
Hesitate.
Why?
There could be many things.
Yeah, a runny nose is what? It's our body trying to flush out intruders, flush out toxins. It's trying to detoxify our sinus cavities. If we take a medicine to block that and we keep those bacteria or those harmful pathogens in our body, they may spring up elsewhere and cause us other problems. So let it flow, do a neti pot rinse, get in a sauna, a steam room, a hot shower, get it out. Don't stop it with a drug. A sneeze, medicate or wait a minute and hesitate? Hesitate. Sneeze, just like a runny nose, is a very quick way to eliminate toxins from our respiratory system and our sinus cavity. So let it rip, I say. Allergies, medicate or hesitate?
Hesitate.
Allergies are a sign that our body's immune system is overreacting to something. There's an allergen. A lot of pollen is around these days. But there's also a component to allergies. The histamines that are in dairy products cause our body to overreact. You know, typically if you went to a drugstore and you told the pharmacist you had allergies, it's going to give you an antihistamine. But if you take away one of the histamine producers that you're putting in your body, dairy, milk, cheese, butter, then it cuts down on those allergies. I suffered severe allergies the first 17 years of my life, and almost overnight they went away when I became a vegetarian and mostly a vegan. So if you have fire, if you want to start a fire, you have to have fuel, you have to have wood or paper and air. If you take away one of those components, the fire can't burn or it can't burn as effectively. Fever, medicate, hesitate.
Hesitate.
Yep. What is a fever for? Why does our body produce a fever? It does. Our body has an internal defense system that triggers that fever because from every 1 degree, from 98.6 up to 104, our white blood cells can replicate twofold every degree higher. So up to about 103.5, 104 degrees, a fever is actually a good thing. It's our immune system doing its job. So don't medicate for that. Let it run its course. Take a cold shower, sweat it out. And a fever usually induces chills. Now, why would a fever induce chills? Because a fever is making us sweat. And sweat is also detoxifying our body, flushing out these toxins. The evaporative process of the sweat causes chills. So it makes us pile on blankets and Snuggies and things that sweat more, that detoxify us more. Let it run its course. Diarrhea. Medicate or hesitate? Definitely unpleasant, awkward conversation, but I think we've all been there. Diarrhea is your body eliminating a toxin and eliminate it very rapidly. And typically diarrhea is a product of something you ate or a pathogen in something you ate. So if you medicate and try to stop that process, you're stopping your body from doing a natural elimination process. Vomiting. Same thing as diarrhea, just the opposite end. Let it rip. Nausea. Nausea, medicate or hesitate? Force feed yourself even though you're nauseous? The #1 energy drain on the body is digestion. When we're fighting an infection or an illness, our body needs every bit of energy it can get to allocate to our immune system and our other organs. So sometimes your body naturally says, whoa, we don't need anything else to deal with right now. Let us fight this battle. Don't put any more food in here. Your body has reserves it can tap into energy-wise, so you're not going to starve to death in a day or two period of time. So don't medicate for the nausea. Let that run its course as well. Heartburn and acid reflux, medicate or hesitate? I love that Larry the Cable Guy commercial for Prilosec. Don't stop eating your sausages and quadruple cheeseburgers with bacon, just take Prilosec. Well, I mean, duh, we're probably getting heartburn and acid reflux because it's our body screaming at us to stop putting the garbage in. If you take a pill that just dumbs down your body's natural defenses and your natural reaction, you're going to cause a larger problem somewhere else. I promise you that. Headache. Meditate or hesitate? I can promise you people live tens of thousands of years before aspirin, and we do not get a headache because of lack of aspirin in the body. Number one cause of headache? Dehydration. Number two cause of a headache is lack of oxygen. So that's why Stillman emphasized the breathing. Number three would be lack of mobility or movement. So there's natural things that you can do to combat your headaches before you go and rush for a medicine. ADHD, medicate or hesitate. Could it be possible that the fruit roll-ups and the white bread and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and the Jolly Rogers and all the junk that our kids are eating is actually causing their sugar levels to spike like a roller coaster at Universal? That's causing them to be disrespectful or unfocused in class or unproductive? I mean, want to put a pill in to dumb that down, or can we take away the root problem and the cause? Arthritis, medicate or hesitate? This is a painful situation for millions of Americans, and it's growing rapidly. Arthritis, one of the root causes of arthritis is acidity in the body from the toxins that we're putting in. It eats away that soft tissue in our joints. There are some very natural products, and Mitch, you probably carry MSM and glucosamine and chondroitin in your store. Those are natural building blocks that you can give your body to help repair and rebuild that soft tissue, rather than to take a drug that's going to dumb down the pain and dumb down your senses.
And sulfur food. MSM is a sulfur food, so we eat the smelly vegetables.
Heart disease, medicate or hesitate? By the time you realize you have a problem, it may be too late to medicate. 300,000 Americans drop dead with no warning, and over 1 million Americans drop dead each year for heart attacks. So that's 300,000 people. Don't get a warning, don't get a second chance. So if you are having a heart attack, absolutely 911, rush you to the hospital, do every single thing they can do to save your life, because you're in a crisis situation. But there's so many things that we can do to prevent leading up to a heart attack. Cutting trans fats out of our diet, exercising on a daily basis, hydrating. So think about prevention. Car accident, medicate or hesitate? Medicate, please. If I get in a car wreck and I got a bone sticking out my leg or something, give me a painkiller by all means. Take me straight to the hospital, get me the best care, stitch me up, get me back on the road as soon as possible. Broken bone, medicate or hesitate? Medicate. If you've got an infection from something unnatural like a break, stitch it up, put a cast on it, let's get you medicated and back to health, and then get you off those meds as quickly as possible. First of all, do not go on Google and Google snake bite images. Bad move, don't do it, especially before lunch. But if you should ever get an infection or a snake bite, medicate or hesitate? Absolutely, please. Take me to the doctor, give me the anti-venom, give me the antibiotic to get me back on my feet as quickly as possible. So there are good causes for medicine. I mean, there are good reasons to have to go, but most of those reasons revolve around what? An accident.